Tennessee. Before that, they swept Alabama in the first round. Closed the regular season with 3 out of 4 losses, but a very tough stretch run for the Gators. We are underway in first round action in Dallas, and Florida immediately feeds Anaya Madkin, the redshirt sophomore from Clinton, Mississippi.
That's exactly what Madkin's going to have to do tonight. If they're in the out-of-system situation, just going high off of the hands and making sure that they stay low air.
Rice's first attempt. Florida puts up the big block. Jayla August.
I think immediately when looking at the net right now, the Gators look so physical compared to the Rice Owls. Rice is going to have to find creative ways to score over the block or tool off of it.
She's alongside Kira Hudson, redshirt freshman. Ogunlana won't be denied this time. Let's take a look at the keys, and Florida has to find a way to contain the outsides of Rice.
One outside in Pacific is Preston. She's an elite pin, and if you can neutralize her, you can force Rice out of their go-to systems. For Rice, on the other hand, the Gators like to run the middles fast and often in transition, like we see here. So if we can stop that, they can neutralize that and make them go to the pins.
Taylor Preston, bring that one with a light touch. Now Madkin, dug out by Mary Furiyama. Another chance, this time it's the Rice block starting its party on a Friday afternoon.
Talk about a monster block, and I can just imagine that we're going to see a bunch of those tonight. The physicality from both of the teams is through the roof, and when it's do or die, you got to get those hands up on those attackers.
Gabby Mansfield, the senior from Houston, with an early Dolphin. It is 3-2 in favor of the Gators. Kira Hudson will have service for Florida. Had shoulder surgery in 2023. Arm may not be as fast as it once was, but still a tremendous asset to the Gators. Can't dig that one out. Point to Rice.
Talk about an out-of-system swing coming from a right side. You can see she transitions far back. She knows she's the only option, and being able to go high to that corner will be so key tonight when they can't find her on the net.
Here's Darby Harris, best at the service line for Rice this season. 25 aces. Back set to Jayla August. No joy. Taylor Preston denied. Great dig by Lily Hayes. Into the donut, but Mansfield there to save it, and Rice perseveres.
You call that the crash zone for a reason. It's right in the middle of the court. She dumps there because she knows all 6 players are going to be looking at each other to see who's going to take that one. In this case, came up successful with the kill.
Aya Mateo, the junior from New York City. Nice placement by August, but Mansfield on the spot. Dumped over by Alexis Stuckey. They'll go to Preston. Stuckey recycles it. Right back to her. Now Florida will have a chance. Madkin denied.
Talk about the block. You can tell that Rice put together a great scout because they are moving great from pin to pin. It's closed, it's well formed, and they're pressing just at the right moment.
5-3 Owls in set 1. On the line, ace Owls.
Talk about momentum. When they want one person behind the service line, it's Darby Harris, who has been a team best for them this season. It's flat, it's fast, and it's clean right over the tape.
Her 26th ace of the year, and the Owls are on a 4-0 run. Back set for August. Battling at the net. Now Florida will have an opportunity. August again. Recycled for the Gators. Madkin can't get it to the hardwood, but eventually it does go for a Gator point.
One thing you can tell the Gators are trying to do early is establish their middle. Stuckey needs to make sure that she continues to do this so the block, the Rice block that's right now dominating, doesn't get camped out on the pins.
Ella Vogel will have service. And that one is wide. First service error for Florida. Rice up by 3, and Taylor Preston stepping to the line and talking with Florida head coach Ryan Tice yesterday, Alex. his #1 key. First thing out of his mouth, contain Preston.
Contain Preston and limit your errors. When the ball is in system, you need to make sure that you're getting a great attack on it and not going out, not going right into the block.
Diving nearly into the crowd. Florida, no worse for the wear, but Rice does get the point. It's a 4-point Rice advantage.
Rice has all the momentum right now. They're in the exact place that they need to be. Their systems look great, and they're bettering the ball.
Big swing, and Florida able to end a short Rice run there. Jordan Bird. 5th time this season she's had 20 or more kills when she had 21 against Tennessee in the Gators' final SEC tournament match. That was in the quarterfinal round. Off the tape and down, service error by Auguste.
I think as a coach, that's the last thing you want to see. You finally get the momentum back, you side out, you get a point, and you go back and miss a serve. That's the 2nd time that's happened for the Gators, so they definitely need to clean it up from behind the service line.
Here's Smith, one of 2 Smith sisters on this team, Arissa and Aaliyah. Bird trying to take a difficult angle there, Alex, and couldn't lift it across.
Definitely was a ball that was inside. You could see that she had that thumb down approach, trying to get that 5-to-5 right in front of the 10-foot line and attack the off blocker on Rice's side.
Transfer from Mississippi State. Junior hailing from Missouri City, Texas, not far from Houston. Off hands. Now Rice will feed Aaliyah Smith. That's outside the antenna. Point Owls.
Right now, the Gators are doing a great job of spreading out that offense, but gosh, Rice is getting hands on every single ball.
Owls have scored 3 straight, increasing their lead to 11-5. Timeout, Florida. Rice up 11-5 in set 1 against Florida. The Owls are the 7 seed in this quadrant of the bracket. If the seeds hold, the winner here in Dallas would head to Pittsburgh for the Sweet 16 and Elite 8. Out of the timeout, Jordan Bird unable to put it down. Aaliyah Smith, nothing there. Now Stuckey, back set to Roth. Ogunlana able to score the points for Rice. That's her 2nd kill.
Ogunlana and Rice right now are really trying to fasten up the tempo to make sure that, like you can see here, the Florida blockers aren't set up. You can see them scrambling, trying to get back to their home base, and just can't find it.
Stuckey. That one's quick to the floor from Jordan Bird. No denying that.
I mean, that was inside the 10-foot line, absolutely insane. She had a wide open net because, as you can see, the middle is holding the block. That was a perfect kill from her, and she took advantage of having the wide open court.
Here's Stuckey, the redshirt junior from Laramie, Wyoming. That was impressive with Ogunlana falling away and able to get it on the back line.
Ogunlana said, if y'all are going to run your middles, I'm going to do exactly the same. That slide ball was just a chef's kiss. She was a one-on-one blocking opportunity, was able to attack just that 6th zone that's so hard to defend.
Poetry in motion as Ogunlana goes up. 13-6 Rice. Another great dig from Mansfield. Here's the opportunity from Aaliyah Smith. That one's in.
Rice is firing on all cylinders. They're hitting .438 as a team. Absolutely, Gators have not been able to find an answer or even get hands on a lot of their attacks.
Mateo. Transfer from Iowa. Serving for Rice, and that run continues as that traveled beyond the baseline.
And you can see Bird go up looking to see if that ball was in. It was a great shot. She just tried to attack that line, deep corner. Great transition, but barely missed it outside the court.
Stuckey, difficult pass to Roth. Nothing doing. Bird sending it back. This time over the top of Bird and too strong. Point Florida.
Gators.
Rice had scored 3 straight.
Gators need to take this opportunity to run right now. They need a huge run from behind the service line, but they can't be timid. They need good serves in to try to get the Rice Owls out of system.
One of the biggest cheers in pregame introductions came for Emily Kanan, senior, that hails from Allen, Texas, not far from Moody Coliseum, just north on I-75. Madkin denied. Ogunlana unleashing.
Talk about a monster play, picture perfect, and it all starts from number 2 Mansfield in the back row, delivering that great dime of a pass so they could run the middle and just fire away.
Coach Volpe told us that Ogunlana, in addition to her stellar play, she calls on her teammates to meet the Rice standard. She is showing up in a big way here in round 1. Madkin too strong. Rice is up by 10 in the first set. The 7 seed in this quadrant trying to deny Florida a spot in the second round for a 35th consecutive season. Yes, the streak lasts 3.5 decades for the Gators to make it at least to the second round. Could that end today at the hands of the Owls? Alec Roth trying to make sure that is not the case.
That was a great happy birthday, and anyone knows at this level you cannot give an overpass to any collegiate team because they really are going to put it away.
Lily Hayes at the service line, digging that one out. Stuckey, long pass to Madkin. Mansfield diving. Dorotic at the net. Over her, and Madkin gets her team leading third kill.
Playing a little bit with those tips and rolls is something that's going to be so pivotal for the Gators right now. We've seen some swings that haven't gone their way, so just trying to find the open court is key.
Hayes trying to spark a long Florida rally. Stuckey with a big dig. Kanan sends it across to Madkin. Rice will send it to Preston.
Interesting choice on Madkin to give the Rice Owls a free ball, especially right now when everything is going their way. They absolutely made them pay. They had all 3 options ready, which in return caused the middle blocker to be a little late on number 23, Preston.
This Gators versus Owls match before fully getting focused on their task this evening. That'll start a little over 30 minutes after this one is complete. Have it for you here on ESPN+. Stuckey feeding Madkin. Sent back, recycled for the Gators. Madkin off hands, dug out by Furuyama. Big left arm attacking, but Stuckey is there. Mansfield with another diving dig. Preston can't put it to the floor. Longest rally of this opening set. Dorotic. Off hands, point Rice.
And that's going to be key to these long rallies, is staying within it. You can see the Gators on one side are scrambling, and Dorotic was ready for this attack. She found the split and found the top of those hands on the outside blocker.
You saw Madkin originally celebrating, thinking it went right past her. High official right on it. Long on service. Second service error for the Owls today. Florida also has 2. Milica Vidicic, the freshman from Serbia, standing at 6'4". That's some length on the Gator side. Dorotic again, back-to-back points for the Owls.
Dorotic is having herself a night. She's second on the team in attempts right now, and they should continue to feed her because she's hitting a whopping 500. Yes, 1 out of the 2 balls that she touches, 1 is going to be a kill. She's really just making sure she's hitting high and off the block and using it to her advantage.
Owls into the red zone. They have doubled up the Gators to this point. It is 20-10 in favor of Rice. Madkin dug out by Harris. Now Preston, led by a couple of Gators. Another chance coming for Rice. Light touch from August. Preston right at Lily Hayes. And Arissa Smith is down on the floor, hit the net, and then hit the hardwood. Head coach Jenny Volpe will come out and check on her student athlete. The gym completely silent at Moody Coliseum after Arissa Smith went to the floor and now will be assisted back to the Rice bench. Madkin with the kill, bringing Florida within 9. Keep an eye on Arissa Smith on the Rice bench. Kelsey Asato, the athletic trainer for the Owls, working with her on the end of the bench now. And we are ready to return to action with Ella Vogel at the line. Gators trailed by 9. That one's low from Stephanie Gutierrez as she checks into the action for the first time with Arissa Smith's injury.
Interesting decision to go to the person who's been on the bench and kind of cold on that first attempt, but definitely just trying to weave her in to get her comfortable with what's about to happen here because she's got to step up big.
Preston. Hayes was there. Jordan Bird helping the Gators pull within 7. This was a 20-10 Rice lead. And the Owls smartly here, Alex, get a timeout. This hasn't been a long Florida rally, just 3 points. But given the injury, the Owls have to reset all 35 of those years. The Gators have advanced to at least the second round. Some first round buys mixed in there. It doesn't always require a win. But nonetheless, 3.5 decades of making it that far. Down by 7, out of the Rice timeout. Gators have scored 3 straight. Rice able to get back on the positive side.
Rice doing a great job of just attacking that deep corner. They know that the Gators are high, so they know that they can't go into the meat of the block. So going over the block, trying to go high and making sure that it drops just at the last moment has been so successful for them tonight.
Here's Preston. Stuckey feeding a gust. Big dig on the Florida side by Bella Lee. And a nice swing from Jordan Bird to cap things off.
Jordan Bird has been the answer for the Gators late in this set. She's really found her nice groove, making sure she's available in the transition, just getting 2 steps in, and then finding the top of those hands to go deep into the court.
Taylor Parks will have an opportunity from the service line. Florida's backup setter throughout the year. They'll go to the back row for Preston. Can't put it down inside the lines.
And with all the changes going on Rice's side right now, the Gators really need to capitalize on that and try to make that huge run here late in the first set.
Parks was part of USA Volleyball's U21 national team this summer. Teammates with August on that American squad. That one off hands. Jordan Bird, and Florida trails by only 5.
You can see in that play just the court awareness that Alexis Stuckey has. She was able to set Bird inside of the court because she knew she wasn't able to transition all the way out, and that was just a picture-perfect play for the both of them.
Another 3-0 Gator run. They'll have a chance to extend it off the free ball. Stuckey to Roth, tooling the block.
This is exactly where the Gators want to be, and that's setting their middles when they can in transition. Earlier in the match, it wasn't working for them. They were getting a lot of their slides slowed down, but right now just trying to find that so that she can go from pin to pin.
Back to the Preston attack. Jordan Bird unable to put it to the floor. Now Smith denied, sent back by the big Florida block. Alec Roth going up and getting it.
And this is the Florida Gators that we know. They're big, they're physical, they're ready for the moment. And here you can see that in the block, just making sure she was pressing inside of the court and closing up that split.
It would cause him to think about leaving Marquette. Florida was at the top. Rice up by 3, once led by 10 in this set. Stuckey getting it to Bird. And that's off the official. The whole trajectory of this set changed drastically when Arissa Smith went down with an injury. Florida now within 2. Gators have scored 6 in a row. Aaliyah Smith can't put it to the floor. Jordan Bird can.
The biggest difference that I've seen is the connection between Stuckey and Bird right now is undeniable. Stuckey's pulling her inside of the court. She's not pushing her all the way out to that line, and she's just hammering on top of those hands.
7 straight points for the Gators. Rice's lead is just 1. Trying to reignite this Owl offense. Bird, too strong.
Bird just looking for that deep corner that's worked so much for her towards the end of the set. But now that both teams are in the red zone, which is any point after 20, it is a totally new match.
Campbell Love will head to the service line. Local product from Dallas-Fort Worth. Coming back home. She's from Trophy Club, Texas. Bird, dug out by Preston. Peterson with her first swing of the day. Bird, on the other hand, has had a lot of them. That's 16 now for her. They go right back to her. Swing 17 does not result in a point. Ogunlana unable to put it down inside the line. That's why.
And with the Gators being out of system so much, those passes are bringing them back into the deep court. They're looking for Bird, and she's delivering. She's trying to stay low error, high, and go off the top of that block to force Rice to play that ball out.
And again, the Gators are within 1. And Alexis Stuckey will put the ball in play. Peterson, that one's out. And we are tied in set 1.
Now it's just a game to 3. Who can stay low error and really take the momentum?
22 all after Rice had dominated, led 20-10.
Chris, at one point, Rice was hitting over 400, now making more errors, hitting 128, and Florida's above them, hitting 149.
Florida scored 8 of the last 9 points. Aaliyah Smith unable to do a thing. Bird also unsuccessful. We'll go right back to Smith, but Hayes with a dig. Stuckey to Roth, no. Smith denied. Bird, long. Owls regain the lead. 2 points away from a set 1 win.
And when we talked to head coach Ryan Tice of Florida yesterday, he said one thing that the team has been working on all season is limiting their errors. That's something that's going to be so crucial towards the end of the set when both teams are neck and neck.
Kaya Mateo. Stuckey to Roth. able to get it off fingers of the Owls. Tied again, now at 23.
When Stuckey gets those middles ready and they get that great connection, they really cannot be stopped. Roth there going with the cutback decision was super important, especially since she had a blocker taking her power away.
Lost third kill in this opening set. Left on of Dortick. 24-23 set point for Rice. They may very well survive this opening set.
We saw Dortick come alive at the beginning of this match, but she hasn't been set much since then. She's hitting 5-7-1, so I can expect that they're going to go to her right now to try to find that quick kill.
Furiyama, the freshman from Hawaii, at the line for Rice. Can't finish off set one for the Owls as Roth goes on the attack for her fourth kill.
In volleyball, you say repeat what works, and right now Roth is what's working. Through the middle, taking in that quick set and just hitting her angles.
We will play extras in set one. Dortick right back to her, the junior from East Bernard, Texas. Two-time All-American at Glenn College, now on the biggest stage college volleyball has to offer.
And Rice says they can repeat what works too, and that's Dortick. They found her at the beginning of the match. Now looking for her again as she has the hot hand in this moment.
Set point for the Owls at 25-24. Here's Gabby Mansfield. Stuckey to August, kept up by Furiyama. Not this time. 25 all.
She will hit that one convincingly. There was no way any libero was going to be able to get under that. No hands were able to slow that down, and she was on top of the ball, quick and ready to beat the block.
25-25 for Hudson. Ace, the first of the day for the Gators, and it gets Florida to set point after trailing by 10.
Great serve, just made sure it was flat. She wasn't doing too much with it. It had a bunch of speed, just wasn't able to defend.
26-25 Florida. Dortick denied by Kanan. Madkin finishes set one for Florida. The Gators bounce back and take the Owls down in the opening frame.
That match.
20. Florida will have first serve to begin set two. Taylor Preston right back to her. Light touch this time. August as she fell down. Now a big swing after some easy ones early in that point. August with a terminal effort.
There's a reason why August was our player to watch for the match, and it's swings like those. When she gets those one-on-one opportunities, she capitalizes on it.
1-0 Gators. August on the block. 3 blocks on the day for Florida. August has been part of 2 of them.
A solo block to start this set can be so pivotal against the Rice Owls. They want to gain their confidence, but they really got to work around her.
Into the nets on a service error. Only the third of the day for Florida. Rice has 2 of them. So, Alex, what is that conversation like in the Rice huddle between the first and second set? Coach Volpe has to find some words of inspiration. Of course, she just wants them to stay within themselves and play out their standards. But given the odd nature of that opening set, it might take a little extra.
For sure, some of that you have to credit to the team getting down because one of the players is out, but you live for moments like this. Coming off the bench, you got to know it's that next player up mentality. They all need to rally around Stephanie Gutierrez, get her involved in the plays, and I think they can get back to where they started.
This time it's Dortick. Good directional ball there to pull Rice within 1.
Dortick is still hitting over 500 at 545, 0 errors. She's locked in. You can see it within her swings. She's looking down at the court to see what's open before she gets that arm swing up.
Darby Harris puts it across, and we'll have an ace. Second of the day for the Owls. she's had both of them.
And right now, you can see the Rice Owls that we saw at the beginning of that first set. And I think it's the same for the Gators, just starting off a little bit slower and more scrambled than they want to be.
Follows it with an error. Harris is the team leader for Rice. Now 27 aces on the season. Here's Stuckey. She has 20 aces. Preston can't put it to the floor. Just 2 kills for Preston so far. And Bird right back at it.
That seems like a name that we've been saying so much tonight, but she has been so crucial for the Gators' success.
It's Mansfield to Preston. Big dive from Vogel to keep that ball alive. And again, it's Bird. That's now 22 swings, and she is the first player on either side to get into double-digit kills. That's number 10.
I don't know if the Rice Owls have magnets on the top of their fingers, but she is able to find it with every swing, just going off the top and tooling to that deep corner.
Stephanie Gutierrez with another attempt, now at the net, and cannot take care of the block. Point Florida.
Can repeat what works. Bird undeniably has the hot hand right now, especially when you're out of system. It's a no-brainer. Jack it out there to that outside.
Arissa Smith injured in the opening set. At that point, the Owls had a 10-point lead, and things immediately swung back in the Gators' favor. Florida ends up winning set 1, 27-25, and Smith apparently will watch the rest of this one from the Rice bench. Taylor Preston trying to pick up some of the slack. She has always been big for this team, may need to be even bigger now.
She definitely is going to have to pick up some more of that slack like you were talking about, because Rice is trying to stay away from the middles, it seems, as they try to get them comfortable and acclimated to the game.
Preston has served after that kill. That's a big windup from Roth. Hard to contain that.
Hitting over 500 as well. It's a scary sight when you know that the Florida Gators are in system and they're going to be going straight to that middle. It's so quick, usually in a one-on-one blocking opportunity, and they have an arm swing that can choose each angle.
That windmill from Roth with some heat on it. Service error for Florida. Their lead is trimmed to 3. Here's Stephanie Gutierrez, another player coming back home to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. She was an all-state player at Boswell High School. Roth too low.
And you can see her holding her head on that one. She knew the ball was just a little bit too low on that set. Should have probably just tipped it right over the block and try to, instead of trying to take a swing at it. But hey, when you're hitting over 500, you've got to be confident.
Gutierrez did not play at all in the American tournament for Rice, but called into action as Smith went down to injury. Florida now up by 3, thanks to the latest effort from Madkin.
Something that's interesting, like you said, she didn't play at all in that tournament, but Gutierrez, they have her back there serving as well, so she really is taking a huge load in this match.
They go to Ogunlana. Now to the back row for Preston off of Stuckey.
Preston is going to be their go-to girl. They know that she can carry the load and will look to her. She's the American Athletic Conference 2-time Offensive Player of the Week, and she's on the first team. They know she can show up in the big moments and are going to be looking for her for the rest of the match.
9-7 is the Florida lead in set 2. Kaya Mateo, the junior from New York City. Can't dig that one out.
This is what makes the Florida Gators so good, is their ability to spread out the offense, but also run their middle so efficiently.
Here's Vidicic, the freshman from Serbia, named to the SEC All-Freshman team. Ogunlana, a second-team All-American Conference choice.
Ogunlana said, I can do that too, just going up a little bit off the net. Super impressive that she chose to go towards the cutback. When you see the Florida Gators up and you've got two hands in front of you, you got to go around it at all means.
Furiyama, short serve, but Hayes able to get there in time. Over the top by Madkin. She has 7 kills.
Madkin has done a great job tonight of mixing up those tools that she has in the toolbox. When she takes a swing, she goes ahead and does that, but she saw that that right side digger was right on the line. They were back a little bit deep in their home base and wasn't going to be able to get the tip.
All started with the heads-up defense by Hayes. Florida leads by 3. Rice with its 3rd block of the day, matching Florida's total.
That's going to be key for Rice, especially against the pins, is trying to get hands on those high balls, making sure that they're not reaching too high so that they can get tooled, but pressing over low into the net.
Gabby Mansfield puts the ball in play. Her run ends quickly. That powerful arm of August.
Talk about a slide attack with conviction. That was picture-perfect set from Stuckey to August. It was fast. She was able to get the split and then just hammer down into it.
The lone SEC first-team all-conference selection for Florida is August. The team leads by 3. Mansfield with the dig. Preston denied. Stuckey to Bird. 25th swing for Bird. Alexis Stuckey continues to shine running this Florida offense. She's ranked 5th in the SEC. The leader in this conference is Maddie Walk, who is the best in the country. Walk with 11.5 assists per set. There's Dortic.
Dortic still on 0 errors for the match. She sees what she's given in front of her. She was able to recognize that the block dedicated to the outside, so she had a one-on-one blocking opportunity, and with that fast tempo, was able to find her a little bit off the net.
Darby Harris already a pair of aces today. She has the dig. Now Peterson sent back by Stuckey and Roth.
You could tell that Preston was trying to go inside of that court to go away from the block, but actually that just brought her right into the middle block of Roth, which is so terminal, it's disciplined, it's set up, and it's closed.
14-10, the Gator lead. Long pass to Bird.
Repeat what works, and the outsides have found so much success going just high over the block to the line. Makes it so hard for the setter back there to get it.
Rock providing cover. And another ace for the Gators. Stuckey getting it done. Her 21st ace of the year. Timeout Rice. Championship. Won 2 in the tournament before losing in that championship final. Off hands and out of the timeout. Taylor Preston able to rack up her 5th kill. They have fed her now 27 times, but the ratio of terminal swings versus not is not anything the Owls are happy with right now. Needs to pick up her scoring. Florida leads by 5. Aaliyah Smith denied. Joust. Rice able to keep this point going. Back to Smith again. Off hands. Bumper cars. And Florida unable to put it to the floor. Mateo to the back row for Preston.
And the key to the match for the Gators was to contain those outsides. Preston is one of them. If she begins to come alive, the Gators are going to be in a lot of trouble. You can see them trying to get her established when it comes to the big in the back row. That one was just a little bit off timing, so she had to roll it, but still successful with the kill.
6 double-doubles on the year for Preston. The latest was in the American semifinal. 27 kills, 12 digs in that match. Sent back, but Rice keeps this ball alive. 4 touches on the Owls side, point to the Gators.
Hard to tell, but Leah Smith actually did take that first touch right off of the block. It came off the top of her head. I don't even know if the Rice Owls recognized that, which is why they sent it over on the 4th ball.
Here's Kanan. Local product from Allen, Texas. Coming back home, plenty of supporters here. Madkin with the latest kill for Florida. She has 9.
Madkin just being able to look at the mismatch here and go right over that block to the deep corner.
Long on service. Florida's lead decreased to 5 points. Gutierrez was due to serve, but she will check out in favor of Campbell Love. Love a depth piece on defense for Rice this season. Watches that one sail past.
And Florida, if you remember in the first set, made a ton of errors when it came to the end of that set. So Rice right now needs to let those balls go.
Didicic checks back in for Florida, giving more length in the front. That was Roth on the attack. Ogunlana also denied. Recycled for the Gators. Big swing from Madkin.
That's what I mean when I say that Madkin is able to switch up her swing depending on what she sees in front of her. In the play before this, she tipped it because she saw 4 hands. But with that middle blocker on Rice's side being late, leaving that split, she knew that she could attack that seam.
Lily Hayes puts the ball in play. Ogunlana puts it at Hayes' feet.
Ogunlana has been one of those players who has not gotten a huge volume of the balls tonight, but she's done a great job with what she's been getting, trying to make sure that she's up fast, getting those one-on-one opportunities, and then attacking either angle or cut back.
Here's Mateo. Coach Volpe described her as one of her most intense student athletes, but also one of the most fun. This situation calls for full focus and intensity. Another chance coming, and they'll go to the Serbians. Sent back by Ogunlana.
Not 1, not 2, but 3 blocks in that one play, just making sure that they were going from left to right, pin to pin, getting set up so flawlessly, making sure it was a closed block, and then came up with the stuff.
Mateo, the American setter of the year. Back at the service line, there's Mansfield. She's been tremendous all night long. Smith picking the Owls up.
And can we talk about how great Mansfield has been for Rice tonight? She has been the force for them on the defense, holding it down, making sure those passes are high into the middle of the court. She's just all over it.
Mansfield with her 13th dig to set Rice up for success, as Smith knocks down her 4th kill. Out of the timeout, here's Mateo. Her Rice team now trails by 3. Both teams have been pretty good on service today. Only 5 service errors through 2 sets for Florida, 4 for the Owls. Hudson puts the ball in play. Here's Dorotic, long on her attempt. Her first error of the day. She had been so accurate to that point. 14 swings. First time she hasn't put it down inside the lines. Off the net, stays alive. Back row, Preston. Too much.
You see some confusion on the right side right now, just thinking that that ball was in, wondering if we'll see a challenge coming.
We will get another look at it.
Rice is challenging the ball in.
But we're not in the best position. That angle certainly looks like it's inside the line.
That is such a convincing angle, and that's the great thing about challenges. Right now, if Rice does win this, they actually receive their challenge back.
The call is going to be reversed. Ball is in, point Rice.
Very quick look at it. Easy to see. That should be Rice point. Good challenge from Coach Volpe. Take the point away from the Gators, give it to the Owls, and it is only a 3-point margin. Furiyama at the line for the Owls. Madkin can't put it to the floor. Free ball coming for Florida. Stuckey sending that one into the Rice bench. Point Owls.
That was such a tight ball, so it was hard for Stuckey to make a decision if she wanted to set up her hitters and risk getting that shoulder in the net, just trying to take it over. Thinks possibly that she might have got a touch on the hands, but it's hard to tell when both teams are up and so physical.
Ryan Tice getting an explanation from Mr. Temez. His Gators lead by 2. Now make it just 1. The swings of momentum in this match have been amazing. First set, Rice led by as many as 10. Florida came back to win 27-25. Florida never got that big a lead here in set 2, but certainly seemed to be in control. Now the Owls are within a single point. Ogunlana can't tie it up. Preston instead, she'll be the one to make it 21-21.
And Rice is firing on all cylinders. I mean, they're making sure that they're recycling those balls that are getting blocked. They're getting set up. Everybody is transitioning back, which is making it so hard on the Florida block. And then Preston just coming in at the end with the chef's kiss swing on top.
Again to Preston. Madkin ends a 4-0 Owls run. Gators retake the lead.
And that's exactly what they want to see from Madkin. We saw her going in with that timid roll shot the last couple of plays, but when she's able to get that convincing swing, it's a kill.
22-21 Florida. Furiyama getting it to Preston. Dug out by Hudson. All Bird can do is send it across. That is Ogunlana with her 7th kill. We're tied at 22.
And that's a textbook play. You get a free ball and you make them pay for it. Ogunlana is able to do that with the middle attack cross back swing.
Gabby Mansfield. She has 13 digs to lead Rice. Nobody's going to dig that one out.
Right now, it's the battle of the middle. Stuckey's doing so good with making sure that she's trying to get them established on the quick ball and the slide, but Rice is coming back and doing the same thing.
This is Parks, just a single dig to her credit on the stat line so far today. Her Gators lead by 1, now tied again thanks to Kellen Dorotic.
Dorotic, go back to her when she's hot. Now, she's only made one error on tonight's match, but she's really showed up in the big moments.
23 all. We may be destined to go to extras in every set that's played in this match. Stuckey will feed Bird. Nothing there. Preston sent back by Roth and Stuckey. It is set point.
That was super smart on the Florida Gators to go ahead and dedicate out there to Preston. The middle hasn't gotten much swings on this match, so you got to take your bets on who has. Preston is that girl.
Florida's trying to deny extras. That's what Rice would need. Kept alive, one arm by Alma to keep that off the floor. Go back to Bird. Point, Gators, set, Gators. And Florida goes up 2-0 against the number 7 seed in this quadrant, the Rice Owls. The Gators lost in 5 to Kentucky back on October 19th. They started to learn what it takes to win against good teams. Facing one today in the American regular season champion Rice Owls. Rice gets the first point of set 3.
Dorotic just so smart with that. She knew the ball had to go to her. The setter was showing that. So she knew she was going to have 4 hands in front of her, just going off the top, also right below that 10-foot line. So hard to defend for an off-blocker on the Gator side.
First swing for Florida is for a gust, but she has it put right back in her face.
Talk about a stuffed block. That was picture perfect. The middle stayed at home base, was able to just try to come over and help. That was practically all Preston.
Error by Furuyama at the line. On this big stage as a freshman, coming from Pearl City, Hawaii, where she led her team to a state championship last season. Ogunlana back on the attack. It's been 3 players for Rice dominating the offense. Dorotic has 9 kills, Preston has 8, and now Ogunlana has 8. Gabby Mansfield leading the Rice defense. Bird again, that's off of Gutierrez and to the hardwood.
Bird really has found her groove, and she cannot be stopped. Bird's arm swing is long. It's hard to set up a block against her because you want to reach high. That's in human nature to go try to find her, but you can't because she just will use those hands.
Alexis Stuckey just barely too low. Thought that was going to bounce over the tape and down. 2-point Rice advantage. Darby Harris already with a couple of aces today on the overpass. Can't take advantage of it. And Florida gets the point, and that is one that Rice is going to be kicking themselves about. Great serve, rough pass, but Mateo could not take advantage of the opportunity.
100% going in, you know that you have to swing on those happy birthdays. It's a quick and easy kill, so just giving them almost practically a free ball, they will not be happy with that.
Free ball for Florida. Stuckey to Madkin. That is dangerous.
And that's what happens when you give Florida a free ball with Stuckey at the helm. She knows who the hot hand is, where they are, and who has transition, and she feeds them when they're ready.
Kanan, the all-state player for the Allen Eagles back in her high school days, hoping her collegiate career doesn't end here in Dallas-Fort Worth. There's Gutierrez again, did not play in the American Conference tournament, but called upon in a big role here at the NCAA tournament.
Gutierrez has had 7 swings, hitting 0 on the night, just 1 kill, 1 error. But definitely, you can switch things around right now. Try to turn it around in this third set. Try to lengthen this game.
Rice up by 1. Set for Smith. Now Hayes will send it to Madkin. Cross court kill off of an owl and into the bleachers.
I think the huge difference that you can see in the Gators right now is they are really recognizing who the mismatches are. Right now, it's Gutierrez in the middle. They're going right off the top of her and trying to find just that deep court.
5-5 from the back row. Preston gets the points.
Preston is going to be someone that we need to circle right now to keep your eye on. She is going to be the player that Rice is looking to bring that spark.
First words out of Ryan Tice's mouth, we said, what are the keys to success for Florida today? Contain Taylor Preston. 9 kills so far. And he'd be happy with that number if we asked him now. Not yet in the double digits in set 3, but her teammates trying to do some damage of their own. Rice has a 2-point advantage.
And this is where Rice is playing their best volleyball right now, is on those pins, whether it's the outside or the right side. That's where they're finding a lot of success.
Gutierrez with a .464 hitting percentage in limited action this season. They need her to step up here in the first round. August wide of the line.
That's a ball where I think I blinked and I missed it because her arm swing was just that fast, but not being able to find that cutback and missing it outside the court.
Owls have scored 3 straight and lead by 3. Stuckey to Madkin, too low. No, they'll say that was tooled. Pardon me. Point, Gators.
Madkin has done a great job of, again, recognizing what that mismatch is. If she sees that that middle blocker's late, she's really recognizing that and swinging fast, hard, and making sure that she can beat the block.
Our lead is now 2. Ogunlana denied. Now Madkin. Point, Owls. These teams are even on blocks now, 6 apiece.
You can see Mateo hitting the top of that hand. She was happy with that block. After Madkin had gotten a pair of kills before this, she made sure that right hand was turned inside of the court so she wasn't able to get tooled.
9-6 Owls. Again to August. 6 kills for her.
August is hitting below what she normally hits as a middle, only hitting 143 tonight. I think it's because of the connection between her and Stuckey at the beginning of the match, but you can see Stuckey is trying to get her more involved as this develops.
August's season best effort was 16 kills. That came in the SEC opener. Ace for Florida. Ella Vogel getting the job done. 27 aces for her on the year. And the Gators are within 1. An error for Vogel after the ace.
And usually you want to have a ratio of 2 to 1. So you want 2 aces per error. But Chris, when you're at this level in the NCAA tournament, we're not seeing very many aces given.
Fiorama, 7 times with double-digit kills. Had 12 in the American semifinals. Right back to Bird.
Bird just does a great job of using those hands. She's long. She has enough time to see what the hands are giving her, and really just tooling off that line hand was great because it surely was not pressed inside the court.
Gators back within 1. They go to Preston. Point to Florida, that's off the antenna. Just 6 kills today. Double-digit kills for her in each of Florida's last 3 matches. Stuckey, first time that she has done that today, finding an open spot and dumping it across.
So smart from Stuckey, just to make sure that the blockers on the Owls are staying honest to her. You can see she had nobody in front of her. The outside blocker had went ahead and released to the pin.
Error committed, 8th of the day for Florida. Set 3 tied at 11. The Owls will need a reverse sweep to advance to the second round of the NCAA championship. Stuckey to Bird, over and over and over again.
And if you're the Rice Owls, one thing you want to do is dedicate over to Bird, who has been so terminal in the last 2 sets, but you can't because you know Stuckey will set the middle.
36 assists now for Stuckey, 17 kills for Bird. Gutierrez denied. Double touch as that one went over, so the point is awarded to the Owls.
Chris, not a call that you see very often now that that rule has changed, that you can have a double as long as it stays on your side. I think that was just an accident. She set it a little too tight.
12-12. Stuckey to Roth, sent back by Gutierrez, all fingers pointing at her.
Great block from Gutierrez. She saw that Roth was going towards her power. She took away space and dove towards that libero.
They'll get some condensation cleaned off the floor here inside Moody Coliseum. First of 2 matches on this floor. SMU and Central Arkansas will get underway a little over half an hour once this one is complete. Stuckey back set. Nothing doing there for Florida. Preston denied. Now Hudson. Air blockers there for Florida, but Rice able to hit into them. Taylor Preston today with 10 kills through 3 sets. She's averaging 4.33 per set, second best in the American. Darby Harris continues her service run. It finally ends after 3 consecutive Owl points.
And you can see Stuckey right there saying thank you to Roth because she recognized that that ball was a little bit too low, but because she had already released and was in the air by the time the ball got to her, she was able to get a good swing on it.
Parks. To be Preston on the attack for Rice, increasing the lead to 2.
The Gators knew that they had to stop Preston.
They fell in the final to Tulsa in 4 sets. Golden Hurricane and the South Florida Bulls also into the NCAA tournament out of the American. First time that conference has had 3 teams selected. Here's Hayes. 15-14, the Rice advantage. Overpass, now a chance for the Owls. Smith down the line.
Something that's going to be so crucial for the Owls as we get later into the set is trying to push that tempo. Right now, the Gators are physical. They look great on the block. They're set up. So if you can beat the block by any case scenario, you need to do so.
Here's Gutierrez. Ace in her return to the Rice lineup, stepping up for Arissa Smith, who's on the bench injured.
And that's exactly what you want. You want someone with fire, with that next man mentality that isn't afraid to come off the bench and make a difference. And that's exactly what Gutierrez is doing in this moment.
Arissa Smith down on the floor for an extended period of time in that opening set. Has not been able to re-enter, now on the bench with a brace on her foot. Point to Florida. They're back within 2.
Auguste being able to find that set when Stuckey was so far off the net is impressive. She did a fast transition, was underneath the ball a little bit, but hitting that cut back to the deep corner was really smart of her.
To the back row. The powerful Preston had some runway.
Preston is really trying to make sure that she's staying available in every case. She knows that her team is leaning on her to get those kills that they were missing in the first and second set.
Here's Mateo. Her Owls leading by 3, make it 2. Back to Auguste.
Auguste has so much range. We've seen her tonight on the slide, the quick in the middle, the gap right there behind the setter. You just truly never know where she's gonna be. The outside from Rice tried to come in and help, but it was too late with such a fast tempo.
Vogel, the SEC Community Service Team. Auguste with a block for Florida, and the Gators are within 1.
And Auguste just went up, one-on-one block, make sure she dove into what the hitter was showing, did so effortlessly.
Smith couldn't place it. Dorotic has that one rejected by Bird.
I just love when you can physically see a blocker going up and pressing on the ball. I mean, it is just so pretty. Her eye work here, she pressed right when the attack was made, which is why she came out with the stuff.
Tied at 18. Back to Dorotic. A rare error from her.
Chris, we shouldn't be surprised by the back and forth right now. This looks exactly like the first and second sets. But 11 years too early.
Gators lead by 1. Rice unable to tie it that time. They'll have another opportunity. Sent back by Auguste. Florida into the red zone on the verge of a sweep.
Auguste is playing her best volleyball when it matters the most to close out this match, both offensively and defensively. She's locked in and she looks like she's having the time of her life.
Vogel with an ace. Her second of the day and 28th of the year.
That is a picture-perfect serve. I don't think I saw any spin on that ball. Just hit the passer right in the chest, and it was hard to get that one up.
With that, she has passed Jayla Auguste as the Gators team leader in aces, as Auguste has 27. Vogel now with 28. Sydney Peterson returns to the Rice lineup. Unsuccessful on her first swing in this point. Nice diving recovery by Mansfield, but Bird will not be denied. 18 kills for her.
What makes a Gator so good is their ability to recycle balls. Rice is doing a great job of getting up nice formed blocks, but they really are giving themselves that second chance to get transitioned, to relax a little bit, and then try again.
You see in the limited opportunities she's had tonight how dangerous she's going to be. Florida now 2 points away from a 3-set win as Ella Vogel adds to her team lead in aces.
Since they've been able to get the momentum, they look like a totally different team. We see a different confidence from behind the service line. This has allowed them to pick up a pair of aces.
2 points away. They'll go to Auguste again. Match point for Florida.
This is a Florida team that everyone knows, running it through the middle in transition when you can, and Auguste has really picked up the slack there with 8 kills tonight.
Rice dominated early. Long have to wait at least one more point for the Gators to advance. Rice just never recovered after Arissa Smith went down. The season can turn that quickly. Again, match point for the Gators. Bird can't close it out. But an error on the attack does. The Florida Gators, for a 35th consecutive season, reaching the NCAA tournament's second round. That's every year since 1991.